What do you want to say? Making a difference or making a difference? There's an entity in this community that's doing both. They making a difference and making a difference. And of course, that entity is the Otis Redding Foundation. And they've got so much going on and have done so much in our community and have been so successful and have been so beneficial to young people. And there are so many positive things that the late great Otis Redding has done for our community. So I thought, well, maybe I ought to get Karla Redding on the set so we can have some discussion on the Otis Redding Foundation and on many of the activities that they've got going on and what they've done and what they are going to do. So I'm happy today to have Miss Karla Redding Andrews as our guest. This is a call to action.
A call to action.
I'm your host, Alex Habersham. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful.
Yeah,
doing great.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
Doing great.
And as I said, you've been busy, girl.
We have been very busy, starting with the fourth quarter of the year with all of creating the Dream Choir and opening the Otis Redding Center for Creative Arts, offering music lessons and voice lessons after school, and even on the weekends. The center is very busy, which is located right next door to the foundation at 339 Cotton Avenue. The choir performed for a host of activities, from the HCA Coliseum tree lighting to nursing homes during the holiday season, and then in January even performed for the Macon Pops. So wow. It's been amazing.
Wow.
And we ended up coming into the first quarter with the opportunity to go to the White House, take a group of kids to the White House.
Now I saw that on Facebook. Now, did they go up to sing or just to visit? Or
they went to participate in music and education's program sponsored by the Grammys in association with the White House and the Smithsonian. So Tuesday was a full day of music and education programs centering around learning about the legacy of Ray Charles. And then on Wednesday, we were invited by the First Lady to come to the White House as she talked to the kids and coached them to follow their dreams. And then they got to see Usher and all of these other celebrity musicians perform and practice for the in-performance event.
Oh, that's that Ray Charles thing.
That's exactly right.
President Obama got up there to my head.
That's right. That's exactly right.
I saw that.
We didn't get the opportunity to meet the president, but just being with the First Lady was amazing. And it was the opportunity of a lifetime for the 11 kids that I got to take. There are only 10 organizations that are chosen every year to participate in that activity, and we happen to be lucky enough to be one of those organizations.
Well, congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. It was certainly great.
I'm so happy for you. And it just always warms my heart, Karla, when there are so many good things going on in our community. And see, that's the objective of the call to action. Because my call to action is for us to, just start to develop, appreciate, and support many of the good things that are going on in the community, like the Otis Redding Foundation. So what else is going on?
Well, we're coming up this year. We're getting ready for our camp, of course, which takes place in June, the second week of June. We've been lucky enough this year to partner with Mercer University. We have the entire Townsend School of Music is where we're holding the camp this year.
Wow.
So we'll be able to take 75 campers from the ages of 12 to 17 to participate in music forums, workshops, vocal lessons. They'll write, record, and produce their own music, and even get the opportunity to produce a music video if they choose to do so.
Oh, wow. That's phenomenal.
So you can call the foundation for more information about that.
Yeah.
But we are taking applications, and we're filling up very fast.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Now, about this, is the choir, did it come from those young people who participated in the camp?
The choir.
Is it going to grow?
It's going to grow. And those young kids come from the participants in the camp. That's where they come from. And luckily, it's such a diverse group of kids. They come from all of the high schools, both private and public. They come from all parts of Middle Georgia, from Jones to Houston to Bibb. It's just a great group of kids that love to sing, just want every opportunity that they can to use their vocal abilities.
But sometimes it transcends just the vocal, just the singing.
Yes.
Are there other elements of music that you
There are all elements of music. We do production, we do engineering, we do videography, as well as we have industry professionals come in from different record companies, come in and talk about the many facets of the music business, even from the legal end of it, meaning copywriting your work, publishing your work, all of those things. So the camp for the 2 weeks covers a full gamut of what you can expect in the music industry.
Wow, that is just so very amazing. And okay, now let me ask you this. So you're trying to move from a camp, from a little old camp to a big old school, I understand.
That is my dream. And after doing the camp for 9 years and talking to parents and talking to each of these campers who have come through, gone off to college, come back, be a part of the camp, why isn't there a full-fledged academic curriculum that involves music and the arts? And I see the need to start with the middle school, where every subject, every single day will involve music and the arts. And so my dream is I'm submitting a charter application to the state in May, focusing on locations right now, and hopefully by the 17-18 school year, I'll be able to open up the Dream Academy.
Okay, so you just submit a proposal, then you have to get it approved by the state? You have to get it approved
by the state. I have a great group of governing board who put so much time and effort into making sure that every component of the charter petition is correct. There is a need in this community because music and the arts are so absent in the programs, in the traditional way of program. And the Dream Academy is not being constructed to be a threat.
That's the name of it?
Yes, the name of the school would be the Dream Academy.
Okay.
And it's not to threaten the current school system, the current district, which is working very hard to make sure that the education is successful in this community. But I do feel that parents need another option. I think the traditional way of teaching for some kids isn't working. And I think that the music and arts integrated curriculum could be that outlet where kids can express themselves.
Well, Godspeed on that.
Thank you very much.
I wish you much success. Well, let me ask you this. Now, what about this activity you got coming up in September?
Absolutely. An Evening of Respect. Macon, Georgia celebrates 75 years of Otis Redding, which starts September 9th, which is Dad's actual birthday, and goes through September the 11th. We start Friday with Otis Redding Day in downtown. Saturday is a host of activities going on downtown, as well as a VIP barbecue in an undisclosed location for the high-level sponsors. And then on that Sunday at the Macon City Auditorium will be the concert featuring, of course, the Reddings and St. Paul and the Broken Bones. And we've got Mark Lockett coming back into town to do a reunion with the Reddings. And so it's going to be an incredible tribute concert that's a fundraiser for the foundation.
That's very, very good. Now, let me just say this, and I can say it because I've been knowing them that long. I knew Dexter, was pretty good on bass.
Yes.
But I didn't know Otis could play guitar.
Oh, Otis is an amazing guitarist.
I did not know that until the event.
Well, they both had their own lanes, and Dexter's always been the bass, and Otis has always played the lead guitar. And he can play. He can really play.
Yeah, I know this because when we was at that activity last time.
Yes.
The City Auditorium.
At the City Auditorium.
It was absolutely phenomenal. Well, talk a little bit about, if you can humbly do so, what your dad has meant to this community, the state, and the world. And also, I think we need not forget how fortunate we are as a community. I grew up in Temple Heights with him, so I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I know where we came from.
Yeah.
and I observed his growth. So talk about what he has meant to the community and to the world, and the kind of favor and influence and notoriety that he has brought to our community.
Well, you know, it's amazing that here we are, almost 48 years into his passing, and people continue every day to talk about Otis Redding as if he just died yesterday. I was 5 when he died. But you know, what he set out to do in this community, even before his untimely death, is exactly what we're doing with the foundation right now. And that's why everything that we do, my mom and my brothers, everything that we do is with his thought in mind. He was already being very philanthropic. He was already providing scholarships. He was already promoting the importance of an education. And those are just the things that we've picked up and said, these are crucial elements that we need to continue in his name. And we do that every day and are grateful to the community for never letting us forget that they love Otis Redding, not just as we do, but they love him sometimes even more.
Yeah. Well, how did he get so big? Because it's not just locally.
No, it's, around the world. You know, I think the music that he wrote and recorded transcends all races, all genders, all ages. I just think that it will live forever and ever. And even young kids that I encounter today, they can be 6, 7 years old, and they'll say, "Oh my God, I love A Change Gonna Come." Yeah. And I love it by Otis Redding. Not Sam Cooke, I love it by Otis Redding. So when I hear those kind of things, that says a lot to me that he set a legacy. I mean, you know how hard he worked to be perfect. And I think that's continues to live on today and around the world.
Yeah, and that's so phenomenal. Now let's go back to the Dream Academy for a minute.
Yes.
Talk about, if you would, how it's just as important, because it seems to me that music and art help to develop, the spiritual side of an individual. And then the academics develop the brain side. So talk about how music and art can supplement the wholeness.
Exactly. It creates a well-rounded child.
Right.
If you, in my opinion, the traditional way of learning, you impact the child academically for almost 7, 8 hours a day. And then they have to transcend over into music just to get a break. So why not give them those music and art components integrated with the curriculum so that they have a balance, that it's a different way of learning, it's a different way of feeling, it's a different way of expressing themselves. And I think that's what kids are missing. They don't want to just sit behind the desk and learn about history. They want to learn about history the way music might teach them about history. Say, for instance, with Sasha Hutchins and the play, I can't think of the name of the play that she does. That whole play is a historical setting, but it's set to music. And what a way to teach about George Washington and all of these people, all of these great historians, Martin Luther King, other than through music and the arts.
So, it's kind of like that program that we just did. So you really going to do teaching through music and art. I mean, you're just not going to tiptoe around.
No, it will not be where you take English and then you go to dance. That's not the way
it's incorporated.
It's all integrated. Yeah. It's all integrated, that the kids get to dance while learning English.
Wow.
Dance while conjugating a verb.
Right.
Learning the parameters of dance while they do math. All of those things. And there are schools that are in the Northeast that are doing it so well. Cab Calloway School of the Arts, Bates Middle School, which we've made site visits to those, and they're doing it perfect. And they have a 100% graduation rate.
Wow.
Every kid goes on to college. So that's what we want for this community. Right. That's what we want.
This is a call to action.
A call to action.
I'm your host, Alex Havisham, interviewing the Dream Academy conceptualizer herself, Miss Karla ready? Andrews, we'll be right back.
Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching the ships roll in, then I'll watch them roll away again. Yeah. I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the
Lisa Love and I, who was the director of the Georgia Music Hall of Fame in 2007, founded this Otis Music Camp. It was a camp that was established to commemorate the birthday of Otis Redding. We figured that the funds that we were raising would be used towards a summer camp that we would do maybe 2-3 times. And here we are in our 8 years of this camp.
What we do is we take the talents of whatever students come in, and our goal is to be able to coach what's already there. A lot of phenomenally talented students are here, and they're already talented, but when you put talent with practice and with coaching, then that's when you get something really special.
sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Look like nothing's gonna change. Everything still remains.
I take them into the studio and provide them with a studio experience, so they learn how to check the microphone, how to sing into a microphone in the studio, how to be comfortable wearing headphones and communicating back and forth what their needs are in terms of how much they need to hear themselves in the mix. I'll give them advice as to parts that they may want to do over, or I'll communicate with their coach who worked more closely with them on their song, and try to figure out exactly what they need to do and what they need to change, and just give them a really solid experience in the studio.
It's probably one of the most worthwhile things that I do every year, or that I've done in my life. The kids continuously overwhelm me with how talented they are. Kids come in here with songs already written, and kids at least have this chance at such a young age to know that if you want to do it right, then you need to do these steps. And here you get to learn what you should with the aspects of money and camaraderie and partnership. Those are the things that you have to make it, because you can't make it on your own, and you have to know these outlets of the industry.
We're nurturing these new generation of artists to do exactly what the older generation of artists did, such as Otis Redding. That's important to the community because that's what Macon is, the music capital. And so the Otis Redding Camp is one of the biggest investments, not only in the future of the young campers, but also to the future of our community.
You know, when you donate to the Otis Redding Camp, you're investing in the superstars of tomorrow. And you're not only investing in the music, you're investing in the doctors of tomorrow. You're investing in the teachers of tomorrow, the music educators of tomorrow.
You would be aiding in the culmination of a lot of things that what Macon used to be. You can bring all of that back around with the support from sponsors to help these young campers.
There's no other camp that I know of like this. This is what should be instilled in every city, this camp, and this is what every city needs to look forward to.
I need your love every day. I need it every hour. Come on and set on your soul on fire. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. You say I need love, 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 love. I need your love in baby. Whoa, 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 whoa.
We're back. This is a call to action, and I'm your host, Alex Habersham, interviewing Ms. Karla Redding Andrews of the Otis Redding Foundation, amongst other things. And she's doing such a phenomenal job, and there are so many activities going on in the community. And I, of course, want to be one of the many others who congratulate her and your family and the foundation and your board of the Dream Academy for working so hard on doing it. And there are some actions, if you please, since this is a call to action, there are some actions that the community can take to be involved in what you're doing, not only as it relates to being familiar with it, but some of them may want to participate in some of the things that you've got coming up. So take it away.
Well, let's start with the camp, which comes up in June, which is June 6th through the 17th at Mercer University, on the campus of Mercer University. Call 478-742-5737 for more information on that, or go to otisreddingfoundation.org/camp. The application is online. A limited number of scholarships are available, and 75 applicants only. And
Okay.
so space is very limited because it's really a
You're not going to get one more in there. It's going to be 75 and that's it.
That's it. Well, only because we have at least 2 coaches per camper. And we want to make sure it's that individual one-on-one attention that they need. So it's a wonderful camp, wonderful opportunity.
Okay.
Then we slide right on to an evening of respect. Macon, Georgia celebrates 75 years of Otis Redding, which takes place September 9th through the 11th, right here in downtown Macon, Georgia. We start on Friday with Otis Redding Day with the proclamation by the mayor. And then on Saturday is a host of activities going on downtown and at the restaurants and all throughout the community. And Sunday, which is a different day this time, because usually in the past we've done it on Saturday. But we've chosen Sunday this time because we don't want anything with the sports and the football teams to adhere people from coming. So we've done it Sunday evening at 7:30, the Macon City Auditorium, an evening of respect. Tribute concert to the legendary Otis Redding.
Yeah. And we talked some about your Dream Academy and the concept and the approach that it's going to use in trying to integrate music and art into the curriculum. And, talk a little bit about that and when it's projected that you may be able to open it and, how one can participate if they're so desirous.
Well, that's great that you asked that question. Community support and interest is so important to the charter petition application, which goes in May. We've been working on this process, and when I say we, I talk about all of my board. I have 16 board members who range from musicians such as Chuck Lavelle to just key community leaders such as Albert McQueen, to Star and Sharon Hutchins, to Myrtle Habersham, to Paula Adams. So many people have taken their time of their busy schedules to make sure that the components that we have in that chart application directly impact and target this group of kids that we're trying to target. We're, as I said, we're starting with 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, which means, we're hoping for 360 applicants. And for applicants or interested parents, go to otisreddingfoundation.org/academy, and you can find those applications online, or you can always come by the foundation office and we'll be more than happy to give you more information about it. So by June, we should know what is the status of our application.
This coming June?
This coming June, we should know. And we're constantly working to really solidify the curriculum part, because that's key. That's what people need to understand. It's not just a routine school coming. It is infused with music and the arts all day, every day.
Wow.
And parents and the kids need to understand that, and I think they should have that option in this community, and we could be an asset to this local education community as just other schools that are doing this happening.
Well, I want to wish you Godspeed again on your endeavors, and I want to congratulate you on taking the kids to the White House. I want everybody to remember Otis's birthday. Save the date back in coming up in September. Remember, if you're interested in going to the Dream Academy, then you could go to the website
otisreddingfoundation.org
otisreddingfoundation.org/academy. And if you want to go to the camp, mind you're busy.
But it's fun. It,
Yeah.
you know, it doesn't even feel like work to me.
Yeah.
I really think, and I applaud my whole team, my family, for the hard work we do in the community, because it's certainly not for any of us to shine.
Right.
We only want to enhance the kids. Right. That's all it's about.
Well, I want to congratulate you and your family, and I want to tell my friend Otis, although it's a long time, I'm going to tell him happy birthday already in the community, to really understand, appreciate, and get behind what the foundation is doing, what Otis Redding Foundation is doing with the camp and with the gala and with the kids and with the academy. And so it's just so good to have an entity in this community that's really making a difference and making a difference. This is a call to action.
A call to action.
I'm your host, Alex Havishell. Have a great day.
Thank you so much.
Well, we're here in Washington, D.C. By invitation of the Grammy Museum and their education department and the White House to participate in music education workshops and the in-performance program at the White House. We're so excited to be invited. There are only 10 organizations that get invited, with a maximum of 10 students from each organization, and we were lucky enough to invite 11 of our campers and our Dream Choir performers to participate in this wonderful opportunity. The most important thing I think that the kids got out of it is that this is an opportunity of a lifetime. Most of them have not ever been to D.C., let alone just set foot in the White House, let alone be around celebrity music artists, just like you and, you know, just normal conversation talking. And I think that they got a good appreciation for what artists go through, and that they are totally committed to music and education programs. And have inspired them. I think they have inspired them to keep working on fulfilling their dreams. We were just so excited. It was the best trip I have been on with a group of kids. So inspirational, and just to be in the White House and a part of this administration's last opportunity to present this music education program is incredible.
I will. www.makingblackpages.com